My name is Shanice Williams, and I'm doing my persuasive speech on voting. I'm trying to persuade and motivate you guys to go out and vote this election, next election, and many elections to come. I'm going to give you guys my top 4 reasons why I think voting is important and why I think you guys should vote in no particular order. This election, we have a woman running for president, is exciting. So, number one, we live in a democracy, and it literally means governed by people. So we have a say so in who we think should run our country, and we should exercise that right to vote. And it's honestly hard to form opinions and be upset at who we think is running our country and how they're not doing it properly when we don't exercise our right to vote. And then there are some governments who don't even allow their citizens to have a say so in the officials. So I think it's very important to exercise your rights. And our vote matters, and it's hard to understand why voting matters and why your vote in particular matters at 18 years old. I know when I was 18 years old, I didn't understand what voting was. I didn't understand the importance of voting, and I voted toward the majority candidate at the time because I didn't know anything about voting. I hadn't researched anyone, and young voters have a track record of not voting at all. So they're not young voters, but young people often register to vote but don't vote. And number 3, we need to have a voice. And it's important that we have a voice, and it's important that we care who runs our country. And I made a poster for you guys. The number one important thing that I got on this poster is that the election starts Tuesday, November the 8th, 2016. And I also made a section up here of numbers that I thought this was important. In 2008, age group 18 to 29, male and female, 49% of people voted. And in 2012, age groups 18 to 29, it decreased down to 40%. And over here are my 4 reasons. 1, your vote matters. 2, it's your right to vote. 3, we live in a democracy. 4, we need to have a voice. And I didn't add this on here, but once upon a time in our country, everyone wasn't able to vote. Women, for example, weren't able to vote. African Americans weren't able to vote. Congress didn't pass a law that women were able to vote until June 4th, 1919. It was ratified August the 18th, 1920. And it's the 19th Amendment that all women should have the right to vote. And I think you guys should get out and vote this election because it's an interesting election. And it's hard to ignore this election and not have an opinion about it. So I think if we're going to have so many opinions, then we need to take this energy and go to the polls and vote. Thank you.